Good morning, everyone. Let me ask you something. Do you want to live a happy life? Not just fleeting moments of joy, but a life where happiness becomes your foundation, not just your goal? If the answer is yes, then I've got news for you. There are 7 truths you must accept. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. These truths are simple, but not always easy. And they will transform your life if you let them. Happiness is not something we can chase, acquire, or stumble upon. It is a state of being that begins within us. Too often, people tie their sense of happiness to external factors. Achieving a dream job, reaching a financial milestone, finding the perfect partner, or attaining recognition from others. While these accomplishments can bring moments of satisfaction, they are fleeting. External circumstances are temporary and unpredictable, and if your happiness depends on them, it will always feel fragile and elusive. True, lasting happiness is cultivated internally. It is not about what you have, it is about how you think, how you feel, and how you choose to approach life. The foundation of inner happiness begins with self-awareness. When you take the time to reflect on your values, passions, and what genuinely fulfills you, you stop looking outward for validation. Happiness becomes a reflection of how aligned you are with your inner truth. This means understanding that you are enough as you are without needing external validation or societal benchmarks to prove your worth. Courtesy. The moment you stop comparing yourself to others or chasing societal ideals, you reclaim the power to define happiness on your own terms. Another key element of internal happiness is your mindset. Life is unpredictable and challenges will come, but your response to those challenges is what determines your emotional well-being. A resilient mindset allows you to see obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities for growth. It helps you realize that setbacks are temporary and they don't define you. The ability to reframe negative situations and focus on solutions, lessons, or silver linings is transformative. When you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your happiness. Gratitude is also a cornerstone of inner happiness. When you shift your focus to what you already have rather than what you lack, you begin to see life through a lens of abundance. It is nearly impossible to feel discontent or angry while being genuinely grateful. Gratitude helps you appreciate small, everyday joys, the warmth of the sun on your face, a kind word from a friend, or even the simple pleasure of a quiet moment. These moments, though ordinary, are the building blocks of a fulfilling life. Inner happiness also requires self-compassion. Many people are their own harshest critics, replaying mistakes or failures over and over in their minds. But self-compassion means treating yourself with kindness and understanding, recognizing that imperfection is part of being human. When you forgive yourself for past mistakes and give yourself permission to grow, you create a sense of peace within. Happiness is a practice, not a destination. It involves daily choices, choosing gratitude over resentment, resilience over victimhood, and self-acceptance over self-doubt. It is not about avoiding negative emotions, but learning to navigate them without letting them consume you. When you focus on cultivating happiness from within, you free yourself from the exhausting pursuit of external sources of joy. True happiness becomes a steady, unshakable presence in your life, unaffected by the chaos of the outside world. Pain is an inevitable part of life, but it is also one of life's greatest teachers. Growth and progress rarely happen in the absence of struggle. In fact, the moments that push us to our limits are often the ones that shape us into stronger, wiser, and more resilient individuals. Pain has a way of exposing our weaknesses, revealing our fears, and forcing us to confront the parts of ourselves we'd rather avoid. It is through this discomfort that we are given the opportunity to evolve. Without challenges, we would remain stagnant, never discovering what we are truly capable of achieving. When we experience pain, whether it's emotional, physical, or mental, it is tempting to avoid it, numb it, or blame external circumstances for our suffering. However, pain has a purpose. It forces us to pause, to reflect, and to reassess. It compels us to ask the difficult questions. What isn't working in my life? What lessons do I need to learn? What changes must I make to move forward? Pain provides clarity in ways that comfort never can. While comfort may lull us into complacency, pain shakes us awake and demands action. Some of the most profound transformations occur during our darkest moments. Pain strips away pretense and exposes our raw, authentic selves. In those moments, we find strength we never knew we had. We discover resilience in the face of adversity and the courage to keep going when giving up seems easier. These experiences, though difficult, build character. They teach us empathy, patience, and perseverance. The scars we carry from these struggles are not signs of defeat, but symbols of our journey toward growth. Pain also helps us appreciate progress. Without challenges, achievements would lose their meaning. Overcoming obstacles gives us a sense of accomplishment that comfort cannot provide. Think about any major milestone in life, whether it's earning a degree, recovering from a loss, or building a meaningful relationship. Behind each of these accomplishments is a story of struggle, hard work, and resilience. The effort and sacrifice required make the end result all the more rewarding. Pain makes progress tangible, reminding us of the price we paid to get where we are. In many ways, pain is a signal of growth. When we exercise, for instance, we feel the burn of our muscles working harder than they're used to. This discomfort is a sign that we're getting stronger. Similarly, when we step outside our comfort zones in life, whether by taking risks, pursuing a challenging goal, or facing a difficult truth, the discomfort we feel is a sign that we're stretching ourselves. We try to move away from pain, but we slowly notice. It fills our souls with discomfort, and when progress lies just beyond the edge of what feels safe and familiar. Pain is not something to fear or avoid, but to embrace as a necessary part of the process. It is a reminder that we are alive, that we are trying, and that we are moving forward. It is through pain that we grow into the people we are meant to be. Life is a delicate balance of what we can control and what we cannot. And learning to differentiate between the two is one of the most liberating realizations we can have. Much of the stress, anxiety, and frustration people experience comes from trying to control things that are simply beyond their reach, whether it's the opinions of others, the outcomes of certain situations, or the unpredictability of life itself. Trying to manipulate these factors is like trying to stop the wind. It's an exhausting and ultimately futile endeavor. True peace and empowerment come from focusing on what is within our control and releasing the rest. What we can control, at its core, is our own mindset, actions, and reactions. No matter how chaotic the external world becomes, we always have the power to choose how we respond. This realization shifts the narrative. Instead of being a victim of circumstances, we become the creators of our experience. For example, if someone treats you poorly, you can't control their behavior, but you can control how you respond, whether you let it affect your self-worth or whether you set boundaries and move forward with dignity. The ability to take ownership of your emotions and actions is empowering because it places the responsibility for happiness and fulfillment squarely in your hands. On the other hand, there is immense freedom in letting go of what you cannot control. This doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're surrendering to the natural flow of life. Acceptance is not passivity. It's an act of choice to stop wasting energy on battles you cannot win. For instance, you cannot control the past or undo mistakes you've made, but you can learn from them and use those lessons to make better choices moving forward. Similarly, you cannot control how others perceive you, but you can focus on being authentic and true to yourself, knowing that not everyone's approval is necessary or even possible. The key to finding balance is to recognize where your energy is going. Imagine holding two buckets, one filled with things you can control and the other filled with things you cannot. Which bucket are you pouring most of your time, energy, and attention into? If it's the latter, you're likely feeling drained, frustrated, or stuck. Shifting your focus to the first bucket, the things you can control, creates a sense of purpose and direction. You begin to focus on your goals, habits, and relationships in ways that feel productive rather than overwhelming. And you start to see your small 20 or 30 moment events, as you described, activities in your busy life. Letting go is not always easy. It requires trust. Trust in yourself, in the process, and in the idea that some outcomes are meant to unfold in ways you cannot predict or force. It also requires courage to face uncertainty without clinging to illusions of control. But when you release the things that are out of your hands, you make space for clarity, peace, and the opportunity to focus on what truly matters. In doing so, you not only reduce unnecessary stress, but also create a life that feels more intentional and fulfilling. Gratitude is a powerful force that has the ability to transform our perspective and ultimately our lives. At its core, gratitude is the practice of recognizing and appreciating the good in our lives, no matter how big or small. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, creating a mindset of abundance and contentment. In a world that constantly pushes us to chase more success, more possessions, more recognition, gratitude serves as a grounding force that reminds us we already have enough, and that fulfillment doesn't come from acquiring more, but from appreciating what we already possess. When we cultivate gratitude, we begin to see the extraordinary in the ordinary. The simple pleasures of life, like a warm cup of coffee, the laughter of a loved one, or the beauty of a sunset, take on new meaning. These moments, often overlooked in the rush of daily life, become sources of joy and connection. Gratitude teaches us to slow down and savor these experiences rather than constantly looking ahead to the next thing. It's a reminder that happiness isn't found in grand achievements or future milestones, but in the present moment. Gratitude also has a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of stress and depression and higher levels of happiness and resilience. This is because gratitude rewires the brain to focus on the positive aspects of life. When we make a conscious effort to notice and appreciate the good, we train our minds to dwell less on negativity or challenges. It's not about ignoring difficulties or pretending that life is perfect. It's about finding light, even in the midst of darkness. One of the most transformative aspects of gratitude is its ability to shift relationships. When we express gratitude to the people in our lives, it strengthens bonds and fosters deeper connections. A simple thank you can go a long way in making someone feel seen and valued. It creates a ripple effect, encouraging more kindness and appreciation in return. Gratitude also helps us focus on the positive qualities of those around us, rather than fixating on their flaws, which can lead to more harmonious and fulfilling relationships. Practicing gratitude doesn't require grand gestures. It can be as simple as taking a moment each day to reflect on 3 things you're thankful for, writing in a gratitude journal, or expressing appreciation to someone who has made a difference in your life. Over time, these small practices accumulate, creating a profound sense of fulfillment. Gratitude becomes a way of life, a lens through which you view the world. Even during life's challenges, gratitude can serve as an anchor. It reminds us that despite hardships, there is always something to be thankful for, whether it's the lessons we learn through struggle or the support of those around us. Gratitude doesn't erase difficulties, but it gives us the strength and perspective to navigate them with grace and hope. It is, truly, the key to a fulfilled and meaningful life. The care for our tragedy turns cancer into a carryout, and the gravy turns mild food to the preferred fare. Life is fleeting, and no matter how much time we think we have, it always moves faster than we expect. The truth is, we don't have forever to chase our dreams, mend relationships, or live the life we truly desire. Every day that passes is one we'll never get back, and that reality should light a fire within us. To live a meaningful life, you have to stop holding back and start playing full out. This means showing up fully for yourself, taking bold risks, and refusing to let fear or doubt dictate your decisions. Life isn't a rehearsal. This is your one chance, and it's up to you to make it count. Many people spend their days waiting for the right time to act. They tell themselves they'll start pursuing their dreams when they feel ready, when the circumstances are perfect, or when the fear subsides. But the truth is, there is no perfect time, and readiness is a myth. If you wait until you feel completely prepared, you'll miss countless opportunities. Playing full out means acting now, taking imperfect steps forward, even if it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. It's about trusting that growth happens in the doing, not in the waiting. Living boldly also requires taking risks. Playing it safe may feel comfortable, but it rarely leads to a fulfilling life. When you step outside your comfort zone, you open yourself to possibilities you never imagined. Yes, there's a chance you might fail, but failure is not the end. It's part of the journey. Every failure teaches you something valuable and brings you one step closer to success. Playing full out means embracing the possibility of failure, knowing it's a sign that you're trying, learning, and evolving Another key aspect of playing full out is being present. Too often, people get caught up in the past or worry about the future, missing the beauty of the moment they're in. Life is happening right now, and if you're constantly distracted or waiting for a better time, you'll miss it. Living fully means giving your undivided attention to the people, experiences, and opportunities in front of you. It means savoring every laugh, every conversation, and every triumph as if it's the last time you'll experience them, because one day it will be. Living a full-out life also means letting go of excuses and embracing responsibility for your happiness. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or external challenges for why you're not where you want to be. But playing full out requires taking ownership of your choices. If there's something you want, go after it. If something isn't working, change it. You have more power over your life than you realize, and it's up to you to use it. Ultimately, playing full out is about honoring the gift of life by giving it everything you've got. It's about showing up authentically, taking risks, and refusing to let fear hold you back. It's a commitment to living with passion, purpose, and courage, knowing that when the final chapter comes, you'll look back with no regrets, proud of the life you've lived.